देखा, शुभम ने कहा आउटपुट आएगा। तुम लोग शुभम की बात नहीं मानते और क्या? नहीं शुभम? ओके, so in the same, if you are using it in the same class, means in the test class you are defining that okay, you do one thing. Okay, so first is, if you want to ask static variable is a class level variable, so you can access that variable through the class name. Okay, but if you are if you are accessing it in the same class, okay, then no need of the class name, as it is class is test and this is your final class, so we need that test class name. If in the same class you are declaring that static variable and same class you are accessing it, then no need of class name also. Okay
मैम,
हाँ
ऑब्जेक्ट बना के उस पर भी तो कॉल कर सकते हैं।
हाँ, ऑब्जेक्ट ये कोई कुछ एडिशन के बाद, वर्जन के बाद वो पॉसिबल हो। अच्छा, ऑब्जेक्ट बनाओ इसका, टेस्ट का, टेस्ट टी करो और t.a लिखो, समझो। नहीं, इधर क्लास फाइनल के मेन मेथड के अंदर, मेन मेथड के अंदर टेस्ट को हटाओ वहां से। हाँ, टेस्ट t इक्वल टू न्यू टेस्ट। हाँ,
it will work fine.
हाँ, न्यू टेस्ट, then you write t.a. You run it. Okay, it will work. Okay, after some version, now we can call the static variable with the object name, but actually it is the class level variable, so actually it should be called with the class name, but after some version we also can call it to the object also. But this static variable doesn't occupy in, space inside that object. Okay, just a second, ये तो सिस्टम बंद हो जाएगा मेरा। Directly at 7% it is showing. Okay, so we can, the actual rule is you can access the static variable through the class name. Object से होता है, but it doesn't occupy any space inside that object. Okay. Okay, you stop sharing. So another example is so for the counter purpose, okay, for counter purpose also you can use that static variable. As I told you, that static variable get memory only once in the class area and at the time of loading. Okay, so if I'll write the same thing in the static int a 10, then I'll write here Just a second. Okay, so because that I should write. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so do this program and tell me the output. Do this one and tell me the output.
On 11 in
11 three
three
times,
times.
ma'am.
11 3 times. All of you are getting 11 3 times. So why 11 3 times? Because here we have created 3 objects. Okay, we have created 3 objects. So object T1 that contains your A variable, T2 also A, T3 also A. The number of objects we are creating, that number of copy of that variable A also be stored in that object. So this also contains your A. So now when you are calling test, creating the object test T1 new test, so this is a constructor. So when you are creating this object, automatically this default constructor will be called. So when it is called, so A value get incremented to incremented by 1. So A value we have 10, so here it will be 11. So for this test T1, for this T1 object it is called, so now its value is 11. Okay, second time we are creating the T2 object. So T2 object, so now it is initially all are initialized with 10. Okay, initially all are initialized with 10, A value 10. Okay, so when you create this T1 object, so this constructor is called, a value get incremented by 1, a plus plus, so 10 becomes your 11 for T1. Now for T2, again this test will be called, constructor will be called, so a value will get incremented for T2 object. So T2 may have 10, so that will be get incremented by 1, it will be 11. So for T3, constructor will be called, so a value will be incremented. So in T3, a value is 10, so that will be incremented by 1, so 11. So that's why the output is 11 thrice. Okay, but if you want that counter type of property, means that should be incremented to next integer value like 11, 12, 13, then we must declare it as static. Okay, so now you execute this program. Just make this int a to static.
Yes, ma'am. 11, 12, 13.
11, 12, 13. Okay, why 11, 12, 13? Because now this a is the static type of variable. Okay, so static variable means it is not inside your object. Okay, it doesn't occupy the space inside your object. So here it occupy, as I told you, it occupy the space in the class area or in the method area. Okay, so class area, in class area, this memory space will be occupied for this a. Okay, so it is initialized with 10. Okay, so now these 3 are blank, nothing is there. Okay, T1, T2, T3 में कोई डेटा मेंबर अभी नहीं है. ये जो डेटा मेंबर, ये जो मेंबर है, ये क्लास लेवल का मेंबर है एंड दैट इज allocated in your class area. Okay, and its value is initialized with 10. So when you are creating this object U1, so constructor will be called. So inside this constructor we have incremented this static variable value. So it is called once for T1. So this one will be 11. Then it will be called for when we are creating T2 object. Again this test constructor will be called and there we are incrementing this a. So in the same a will be incremented by 1. So 12. Then for T3 again this constructor will be called and incremented by 1. So this value will be incremented to 13. Okay, like program, suppose you want how many objects are created. So there you can do, to keep track of that, you just make it 0. You just make it 0. And suppose you want to print how many objects are created. So 3 objects are created. So value will be your 1, 2, 3. Okay. Or for any counting purpose, you can use this static variable. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So from this we can say 3 objects are created like this. So understood why it is 1, 2, 3 in case of your static? So it is initialized once, then you are simply changing in that same variable. Okay. But in case of your class instance variable, the copies are created for different objects. So according to the corresponding object creation, that constructor will be called and that corresponding object variable will be changed. Okay, so that's why different values we are getting. Understood? Okay, so here we'll take 10 minutes of break. Then we'll see static method and all those. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so all of you are present now.
Yes, ma'am, present.
Okay. Anish and Tanisha.
Yes, ma'am, I'm saying.
Anish Kumar.
Yes, ma'am.
Give your
Give your
reception number.
reception number.
It
Yes,
is
ma'am.
asked in the
It is
chat
asked
box.
in the chat box.
Okay, so so we discussed on your static variables. Now next is your static method. Okay, so static method also belongs to class, not to object. So when we call any static method, we have to call through its class name, or if that static method is inside in the same class, if you want to call the static method in the same class, then directly you can call it. Okay. Uh, so let's class test, then static void show system dot out dot println light to. Okay. Then inside the same class, if I'm writing public static void main, then how I can call it? Directly I can call it. Okay. So because if you so as this is the method of the class test, okay, so when the class loads, at that time it will be called automatically. That show method will be called automatically. No need of that object. Or with the class name also you can call test.show. Okay, that way also you can call it. So just execute this small program. Execute this one.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Then okay, it is working perfectly.
Yes, ma'am.
Call with the class name test.show.
Yes, ma'am, working fine.
Then test, create the object of class test and test t, then t.show. Test t equal to new test, then t.show.
Yes, ma'am, working fine.
Okay, so the main thing is that we can call it through its class name. Okay, so if you write simply this void show, if it is not on static method, so you can't call like this. Okay, you have to create the object of. So in this case, it is mandatory to create the object of this test class, test t, then t.show. Okay, so with that object we can able to call that static method show, but that is not the mandatory case. Okay, if you are calling this one, then you have to first create the object test t equal to new test, then you have to call t.show. Okay, if it is a normal method, okay, regular method, then you have to write this one. Otherwise simply you can write it like show like this. Okay, but in case of your static method you can write simply show if that is called in the same class. Otherwise if it is in the different class, you have to call with that class name. Okay, test.show. With the object also you can call it, but the main feature it is showing, you can call with its class name. So with the class name you can write, if it is not static, you can write test.show. You just write omit that static word and write void show, then write test.show. यहाँ से static हटा दो और यहाँ पे test.show लिखो.
Yes, ma'am, error.
Okay. Okay, Siddhant, you share your screen. Okay, so you can see here. So your class name is B, method is show, and here it is, he is calling with this is a normal method, regular method, not a static method, non-static method. So when we are trying to call this show method with the class name B, it is showing non-static method show cannot be referenced from a static. क्या है static, उसके बाद क्या है static context b dot show. Okay, But if you are making it static, then you can uh, call it with the class name b.show. Okay, as static methods belongs to class, and with the object also we are able to call it, but it is actually belongs to class. Okay, now you can see if you are making it static, then you can call with no error as it belongs to the class this class level method. Okay. Okay, you stop sharing. And some points about the static method. First thing, static method belongs to class. Okay. Static method can be accessed directly by the class name. And static method can access only static data members.
Ma'am, here is the
Okay.
screen.
Uh-huh. What you are
Your
saying?
screen is on.
No, I have not shared the screen. I'm just talking. Okay, I'll share. Okay, so in your program, you just write here int a. Just write it int a equal to 5, and here you just print the a value. Make the show method as static.
I'm inside double quotes. A will be there.
Sorry, not inside double quote. Sorry. So simply a.
Yes, ma'am, it is printing 5.
Okay. So now you write here int b and give some value, and you just print it here b value. In place of a, just print it b.
Yes, ma'am, instance variable can be used in static method.
Now you make it static.
Yes, ma'am, it's working.
Okay. That means what? Your static method can access to the static members. Okay. So in case of your local okay, you share your screen. Siddhant, you share your screen. Okay. So you just omit that static int b. Static को हटाओ static. You execute it now. Okay. Non-static variable b cannot be referenced from a static context. Okay. So if this is in the class, this if that member is a class member and you are accessing it inside the static method, then that class member must be, or that instance variable must be one static type. Okay, so you print it here a in place of b, you just print print the a value. Okay, so it is showing. That means you can use one. So whatever the variable you will take inside this static, so you are saying, are you thinking this is a simple variable? That also becomes a static inside this local variable. No need of using writing it static. But whatever the variable you are taking inside it, it will treat as one static variable. Okay, so that's why it is showing this output. But outside this class, whatever variable you are accessing, so that variable must be declared with the keyword static. Then only this static method can access it. Okay, understood? So that's why you can't write directly B over here. So if you write it B, then it is showing that static method can only access to static members. So that's why you have to write here static int B. But in this case, as A is inside the static method, you can directly use this A. Okay, no need of writing there static. So, okay, you stop sharing. So the first point, it is belongs to class, can access directly through the class name, and it can access only static data members. Okay, and the static method can call other static methods. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
and the variable which we initiated in static method becomes a static, you said, ma'am.
Yes.
So we could access it through class.
No. So this is local to that one. This is local to static method. So how you can access that one through the class directly? You have not declared it as the member of the class. Okay. So that one local to that static method. So outside that static method, it has no scope. Okay. So it treat it as a one static variable. That's why it is accessing it. It is not that you can access that one through the class name. You have to access it through that static method. If it is declared as where you are declaring the instance variable, if you declare it there, then you can access through the class name. Okay. So it can access only the static members, and it can call other static methods, and we can't refer this method through the this or the super. Okay, about the this and super keyword also we'll discuss this in another class. So your static methods can refer this this keyword and this super keyword. Okay. So next is your static block. So we discussed static variable, static method. Next one is the static block. So how to use static block? test, then simply you have to use that keyword static with nothing else. So now this is your static block. Okay. So static block is executed automatically when the class is loaded in the memory. Okay. So no need to call it. Like while one object is created, constructor is called automatically. We are not calling the constructor with the object name. Similarly, while your class is loaded, this static block is executed automatically. No need to call it. Okay. If I'll write it, class, okay, in the same program here simply I'll write system dot out dot println hello. Okay. So when this test class will be loaded in the memory, automatically this static block will be called and this hello will get printed. Okay. So in interview, many times they ask without. So you can see in this program I have not written any main method. Okay. So the questions may be, without main can you print hello? So the answer is yes. Without main you can print hello. Okay. But one thing is there. Okay. So you first execute, then I'll tell you what is that. You execute this program and tell me whether this hello is getting printed or not. Execute this one.
No, ma'am, we have to mention the main method.
So what it is showing, what error it is showing?
Main method is not found in the class.
Yes. So how I then but I told that without main you can run it when class is loaded, and the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay, you have to put the condition over there. If in your interview it will be asked, can you print hello or can you print execute one static block without main method, you have to tell the answer is yes for JDK 1.6 and less version. Okay, 1.6 से less, 1.6 और उससे less. 1.6 after 1.6 they have made main method as mandatory. You have to write the main method. Understood? Without main you can execute the static block. You can print hello, but that is for JDK 1 less than equal to 1.6 वर्जन. 1.6 में होता है, उससे लेस में होता है, उससे ऊपर जो वर्जन आ गया अभी JDK उसमें नहीं होता है. So in that case you have to write public static void main. Okay, then you have to write public static void main. Then you have to, then only then no need of calling that one. Okay, so simply you just have to write that main method over there, then that static block will get executed. So if I write here system.out.println I am in main. Now you execute your program. Tell me the sequence. What output is coming first? Which one is coming first? I am in main or hello?
Hello, I am in main.
Hello, I am in main. That means that static block is executed first. Okay. Then the main method is executed. That means main method is not required for that static block. Okay, that's why the before main method execution, this static block is get executed. But they have made for every program main method is must. So that's why we need this main method. Otherwise, the static block is get executed first. Okay, whether you write static block after the main method or before the main method, you can try it. First, you write this public static void main, then you write this. Okay, to do one thing, you can add multiple static methods. Okay, you can write multiple static methods. So static blocks. Sorry, method I'm telling. So static. Then you write I am in second block. So now you execute this program. Tell me the sequence. What sequence is coming?
Hello, I am in second block and I am in.
Okay. So understood. So static block always get executed first, and static block will maintain the sequence. If so, this hello is in first static block, then I am in second in the second static block. So after that, this main method is executed. I am in main. Okay. So whether the static block after or before, first those static blocks will get executed, then the main method will be executed. Okay. Now, what is this? What is the use of this static method? Static block. Sorry, I am repeatedly telling static method. So, what is the use of this static block? So, use is that suppose you want that at the while your class is loading, at that time you want to perform some activity. Okay. In system level programming or something, we need some thing that in some activity we need that while loading that particular class, at that time some activity should be done. So in that case, we can define those code inside the static block. Okay. Then also for initializing the static members. Okay, to initialize the static members also you can use static blocks. Okay, so these are the use of static block. Okay, now tell me why we are declaring the main method as static. These are the block. Here it is static block, this is static block. But it is your public static void main. So why we are declaring main method as static? So why it is public, that you know. Okay. Void, that you know, doesn't return anything. Public keyword that we use, the public is the access modifier and it represents the visibility. So that means it is visible to all. Okay. And void means that you know it doesn't return any value. That is one return type and it doesn't return any value. Now, and main, you know, starting point of the program execution. But in case of static block, it is different. But normally it is the starting point of the program execution. Now, why we are declaring the main method as the static? मेन को स्टैटिक करने की क्या जरूरत है? नॉर्मल मेन नहीं लगते हैं, पब्लिक वॉइड मेन. Any answer? I'm connected or disconnected? Connected. Okay. Who can say? Abhijit Anand? हाँ, Arnav respond. Arnav.
So that it can be called without object.
Without object. तो विदाउट ऑब्जेक्ट कॉल करने की क्या जरूरत है? ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ अगर कॉल करते तो क्या होता है? ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ अगर कॉल करते तो क्या प्रॉब्लम होता मेन मेथड
Ma'am, actually, during the execution, starting time, without an object, we can call.
Okay, so where we are creating the object.
In the main method, but ma'am, it needs a starting point, so we have to declare the main method as a static.
Yes, so means if we will not declare main as the static, so as regular method, that means main will need object, but we are creating object inside the main method. Okay, so first we are declaring main, then we are creating object. So how come we will call the main method with the object? Okay, the starting point is the main, and main method is called by your JVM. Okay, so that's why to avoid that object call through the object, we can declare it as the static. Okay, so for invoke, so while we are for starting method, no need of object to call that method. So as we can call that main at that point. Okay, first is the main, then the object. So we don't need, so we can't call the main through the object at that point. Okay, so that's why we have to declare it as static. So no need of that object. So directly it will be called by the JVM. Okay, so that's why we are making it as a static, main method as static. Okay, so another use of your static is in your inner class. So that will discuss in the next class. So first you do one program. Okay, first you tell me what will be the output of this one.
Ma'am, 2010.
इसको रन करके बोलो, ठीक है, इसको रन करो. I'm sharing just a second.
It will be error.
Have you executed?
Yes, ma'am.
No, why error?
Because X is instance variable and we are using inside the static method, public static void main method.
Yes. Understood, all of you? Execute this one. We cannot access the instance variable with the class name. Okay. तो प्रोग्राम में ऐसे जल्दी जल्दी देख के ये स्टैटिक ब्लॉक है तो ये पहले एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा फिर पेन मेथड बाद में एग्जीक्यूट होगा, ऐसा मत करना. So you see properly all this. Okay, so this is your test1.x. All of you understood this error? This is the error. Now next, what will be the output of this one?
$10.20.
10:20. Execute it.
It is coming 20.
20 or 2020?
2020.
2020.
So why 2020?
Because it has used only one object T1.
Yes.
T1.x is 20. T2. Okay, you have written. Okay, this. Okay, tell me this one. The output. Those system data output println.
2020.
So why 2020? Now two objects are using T1.x, T2.x. Hmm. Who can answer?
Can you ask again?
Why it is 2020? So here you have declared static in text 10. Then you are writing T1.x equal to 20. But with T2.x,
Because any change made, it will directly affect the static variable.
see, yes. So static variable that is in
One copy is made.
yes, one copy is created, and every object is accessing that copy. So if you are making changes in that, so x doesn't belong to T1 or x doesn't belong to your T2. Okay, x is separate. This is your class level. So in class area, this x is allocated. So initially we have written there 10. But then what we are doing through this T1, we are accessing that x and we are making that x to 20. So when your T2 will access that value will already get changed. It will show you 20. Understood? So same for one copy. So in that one copy, you are making changes. So in any number of object you will access, that will show you same 20. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you do one simple program that static that example I have shown you, that a student take a student class and take registration number, name, registration number and college as the data member, make college as the static member, then you print all those values. Simple program. Then you print, create three objects and you print that roll number, name and college name for those three objects. Create a class student, take registration number and the name as the instance variable, college name as the static variable, then create three objects of that class and print these three member values. Okay, do this simple program.
Yes, ma'am.
Then so now all of you have executed this program. Now in the same program, you have created those object thrice. Okay. So you just declare array of object, then you access array of objects. Done. Using array of objects. Done or not?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
I'm done.
Okay, Subham. Okay, so first you appear for the quiz. Okay, quiz link is in your chat box. You appear for the quiz. By that time, I will take your attendance. So perhaps in the second next class, you will see this program. Soumya Sri. Soumya Sri.
Present, ma'am.
Anushka,
Present, ma'am.
Dipasa,
Present, ma'am.
Ayush, Anish Kumar,
Yes, ma'am.
Shubham Das, Soumya,
Present, ma'am.
Abhijit,
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, I just
Shubham.
missed out. Yes, ma'am. Present.
Abhijit,
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek,
Present, ma'am.
Roshan, Falguni,
Present, ma'am.
Pradyut,
Present, ma'am.
Angana,
Present, ma'am.
Aniket, present. Anisha, Sanchali,
Ma'am,
I'm present, ma'am.
Anisha,
Yes, ma'am.
Satabdi,
Present, ma'am.
Siddhant,
Present.
Arnav,
Present, ma'am.
Arnab Dutt, Arpita
Present, ma'am.
Nikita,
Present, ma'am.
Arpan, Diya,
Present, ma'am.
Gitika, Harshit,
Present, ma'am.
Manas, Kamlesh,
Present, ma'am.
Hasmik,
Yes, ma'am.
Sasank, Mehul, Sanjog,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Abhilasa,
Present, ma'am.
Sambit,
Present, ma'am.
Ankit,
Present, ma'am.
Nischay,
Present, ma'am.
Priti,
Present, ma'am.
Rajesh, Raktim,
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Ronak, Puspendra,
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Aditya Narayan,
Present, ma'am.
Ritik,
Present, ma'am.
Roshan,
Yes, ma'am.
Tanabaj,
Present, ma'am.
Animes,
Present, ma'am.
Subham,
Present, ma'am.
Vaibhav, Sachin, Subhajit,
Present, ma'am.
Supriti,
Present, ma'am.
Suraj,
Present, ma'am.
Subham,
Yes, ma'am.
Prata,
Present, ma'am.
Udit,
Present, ma'am.
Urus, Vivek,
Present, ma'am.
Anjali,
Yes, ma'am.
Satyavrata,
Present, ma'am.
Aditya, Rohan,
Present, ma'am.
Chitwant,
Present, ma'am.
Ananya,
Present, ma'am.
Animes,
Present, ma'am.
Ansuman,
Present, ma'am.
Shrutikirti, Ayush Patnaik, Nicholas Behra, Tanisha,
Present, ma'am.
okay, So all of you answered quiz? Then? Forty-one responses. Are these so tough questions? Huh? Only one student have secured 5. Okay, I'm deactivating the link. So the answers are here. So first one, which option is false about the final keyword? Okay, so the option C, that is the final class cannot extend other class. Okay, a final class cannot be extended, that is true, but a final class can extend other class. Understood? A final class cannot extend other class, that is the answer, means that is false. In which memory a string is stored when you create a string using new operator? That means you are creating object that I told you that objects that are in heap memory. Okay, or objects memory space are allocated in your heap memory.
But you have given the wrong option.
Ma'am, option is stack. Option wrong.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So sorry. In which memory a string is stored when we create string using new operator? That is a stack. Sorry. So I have shown you that in object we have storing that stack. Then we are referring it to that heap memory area. So in which memory a string is stored? The first one is your stack. In which of the following? So answer is shown to you, na?
How it will be stack?
Okay, that I'll show you. Which of the following is reserved keyword in Java? That is your strict FP, this one, and this one is package is your import, and Java, this is none of this because means okay, I have not deactivated that option. Means correct answer is showing to you. Correct answer is showing to you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So after seeing the correct answer, how come you secure so less mark? So how it is stack memory, that I'll show you. See, this is actually one is your stack, one is your heap. Okay. So while we are creating that object that I show you, that S1, S2, S3, that we are writing in your stack, then for that U1 memory, we are using that heap memory. Okay, actually, this one, according to this question, stack and heap both are used here. Okay, so but in case of your actually memory space in your heap, but object at the reference, okay, that reference names are in the stack. From that stack, it is accessing to the heap. Okay, you may get grace mark for this, but stack and heap both are used here. Okay, understood? Stack and heap both are used here. Stack memory and your heap memory.
Ma'am, can you please explain the first one?
First one is what? Oh, that extend.
First one will be A, no?
Which one is false? A final method cannot be overwritten, that is correct. A final class cannot be extended, that is correct. A final method can be inherited, that is a different, means we are not saying about the overriding. So the thing is that false about that a final class cannot extend other class. मतलब तुम्हारा बेस क्लास अगर फाइनल है तो चाइल्ड क्लास उसको इनहेरिट नहीं कर सकता है, पर चाइल्ड क्लास अगर फाइनल है तो वो बेस क्लास को एक्सटेंड कर सकता है. जो क्लास फाइनल है उसको तुम एक्सटेंड नहीं कर सकते, पर फाइनल क्लास दूसरे क्लास को एक्सटेंड कर सकता है. ओके, हियर इट इज रिटन अ फाइनल क्लास कैन नॉट एक्सटेंड अदर क्लास, तो ये फॉल्स है. Okay, so you just try with, if you have done that a program with final keyword, okay, then you just exchange the keyword. Instead of writing it in the base class, you just write it in the child class and see how you can you inherit that one or extend that one or not. If you have executed that program final with that base class, you just exchange that final keyword, means use it in the child class and extend the base class with no final keyword. Okay, so your time is over, and if you have any more doubt, then we'll discuss it in the next class. Okay. यहाँ और पढ़ना है?
Ma'am, can you confirm once that question, ma'am, stack is true in that memory?
That I'm saying, na, stack and heap both are used there. In stack we are storing that references, and in heap we are just in heap actually that memory is allocated, and through from that reference we are accessing that heap memory. In stack, we are just like student S1, S2, S3. These are the references. That references we are storing in the stack memory. Okay. But for that S1, like your name, registration number, all those, that for that memory is allocated in your heap. And from that stack, we are referring to that heap. Understood, Abhijit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
But that is known as string pool in that term.
Yes, so that's why I told you in this case you can use both that stack and that heap. So those are written stack also I'll give you marks, and the heap I'll give you marks. Okay. Abhijit, what you are saying, what is the correct answer?
Ma'am, that will be heap.
So
In the
That
string
time-
pool, we store the heap and then.
Yes, so that is I am telling na, actually in the heap that memory is allocated. In that I told you na, that like if you are writing the member's name, registration number, all those, for that memory is allocated in the heap. Okay. But through that we are referring to the heap. So that's why I am saying those have written heap, I'll also give you marks. Okay, you may leave now.
Thank you, ma'am.